You fought and you screamed. You broke everything. I just wanted to scream, stop! But I feared upsetting you further. I just wanted you to love and accept me. Was that too much to ask? I wished you two would just quit fighting. Didn't you see what it did to me? It killed me inside, seeing it go eternally on. Will this intimidation ever stop? I wrote these words in the present tense at the age of, I don't know, too young, and now I sit over a decade later with a message to the young, to those who don't understand, who are living through circumstances that are out of their control. You are worthy. You matter. You see, because it wasn't until I turned 22 years old that I realized this intimidation, this violence, that seemingly never-ending cycle that took too long to change, that took too long to stop, that wounded, that blistered, that made my heart bleed from the inside out, was not intended. It was not intentional. It was not something that my parents put on me or on each other for any reason other than the fact that it was their own disease. It was their own pain, their own words that blistered and bruised and bloodied me, bloodied them first. And they didn't intend for that pain to flow to the next generation. And they didn't intend for their words to echo throughout my mind. And they didn't anticipate that those words of mine would be written down on paper years after the fact, you see, because I wrote this when I was at least 12 years old. And I thought these words when I was at least 8. And here I am, over a decade later, still wondering, can anyone love me? Still wondering what I did wrong, and I know. You see, the thing is that I know that I did nothing wrong. I know that my parents love me, that they loved me then and they love me now, and that they'll continue to love me unconditionally no matter what, but I didn't see it. I didn't see the love that was staring right down at me from the barrel of a rose-colored gun, because actions speak louder than words. And you see, my parents were so diseased by their emotions and so caught up with their feelings towards each other that all of the confusion and the lies and the fights, that they didn't see what was happening inside of my brother and I. That they couldn't see or comprehend that their pain could affect a future generation in a way that was almost, but not completely, irreversible. But you see, there is hope. There is hope, and there can be change, and if you only realize that they are not talking to you, and that they are not upset with you, that they know that you're there, and that they do care, and they do love, but they can't see past their own disease, you are loved. You are worthy. You are worth more than you or anyone else gives you credit for. There is one that will always love you more than words can express, and so much that if you were to ever feel the force of his love, you would implode from the inside out, that you would not be scarred, that you would not be bruised, that you would not be bleeding, because he took your beating. Because Jesus Christ came to this world so that he could give love with his sacrifice. Because would he not sacrifice himself for you if he had no love? No. He came and he died for me and for you and for all the bleeding hearts and the brokenness and for the incomprehensible confusion. He took it on that cross. He came and he died to show you that he loves you and to take away the pain so that he could take away your sins and the sins of your fathers and the sins of their fathers and the sins that are passed from generation to generation and the pain that comes with it. He came to stop the cycle. He came to take away the intimidation. He came to take away the pain, and he came to give you a new life. A new perception, a new love, a healed heart.